You knew that you were pregnant, right or wrong?
I mean, for sure, for a complete fact, no. I did not know completely, absolutely, positively.
You're watching The World's Most Evil Mom, 21-year-old Emily Grace Weaver. Because just hours ago, Emily was responsible for the murder of her own daughter, Addison Grace Weaver.
Why didn't you call 911?
I mean, I probably should have, but I just didn't.
A murder Emily is convinced she can get away with. But through lies, secrets, and a twisted trail of clues, she will realize that her actions have consequences.
Former college student found guilty of killing her girl will spend the rest of her life in prison.
Did you try and keep her alive?
I didn't do anything to hurt on her.
On the night of April 22, 2015, what had started as little more than a strange rumor inside a sorority house in Ohio suddenly turned into a full-scale death investigation. For weeks, whispers had circulated among students that 21-year-old Emile Weaver might be hiding a pregnancy. But that evening, several sorority sisters suspected the inevitable. They noticed blood smeared throughout one of the facility bathrooms. One of the girls would later remark that the scene looked more like a crime scene than a simple accident. After discussing the rumors among themselves, a group of sorority sisters walked outside to check the trash area behind the house. There, sitting beside a dumpster, was a tightly knotted garbage bag that seemed unusually heavy. When they opened it, it was perhaps the most terrifying sight of their lives. Deputies and paramedics immediately flooded the property. Outside the house sat the disturbing discovery that had triggered the emergency response. And standing among the gathered students was Emile Weaver herself, who was, according to several eyewitnesses, surprisingly unfazed by the chaos unfolding around her. As detectives began interviewing residents, the pregnancy rumors kept surfacing. Detectives had a bloody bathroom in front of them, along with a young woman who was last seen lying on the couch near the bathroom. It wasn't hard to connect the dots for them, and before long, Weaver agreed to accompany detectives for questioning. That seemingly routine interview would ultimately become the turning point in the case, setting off a chain of revelations that no one saw coming.
My name is Detective Todd Emile Weaver of the Muskingum County Sheriff's Office, and I'm here with Emily Weaver. The date is April 23rd, 2015, and the time is 12:06 p.m. And we are at the Muskingum College Police Department in a upstairs police room for the purpose of recording an interview. And Emily, you know this is being recorded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the reason why we're here is in reference to from yesterday morning, April 22nd. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Emily, then what I'd like to do is we'll talk about this incident and a little bit about you. First of all, let me ask you if you would tell me your address here and then your address at home.
Here it's Drive, New Concord, New Concord, Ohio. And at home it's Street, Clarington, Ohio.
Okay. And of course, you're a student over here at the college.
Yes.
What are you majoring in?
I just changed to biology.
Okay, from?
Chemistry.
And how long have you been going to school here?
2 years.
Okay. When did you start?
August of 2013.
Okay. Obviously, you graduated high school. From where?
River High School.
And that is in what city?
Hannibal, Ohio.
And that's Monroe County.
Yes.
Okay. What happened when I first come over here yesterday and we first met, you lied at first about being pregnant.
Yes.
And then you ended up admitting that you were. Let's get right into that. You live Drive. You live there with several girls, right?
Yes.
How many?
There's 11 others, but including me, there's 12.
Okay. And what happened yesterday morning?
Like, do you just want to start from like me having a baby? Or,
Of course, you were pregnant. Did anybody know about that? Tell me about that.
no one knew about that.
Now, you told me that there was rumors.
Yeah, but I didn't take a test or anything. So.
Well, tell me about some of the rumors.
Well, basically, I just heard it coming from one girl saying it. Because like my roommate is like talking to someone, and he said it was brought up, and some of her sorority sisters have brought it up. But like I've only like heard it come from that one source.
Okay. And what was brought up?
Just that she thought I was pregnant.
And why did she think that?
I don't know how that got started.
And how did you respond to that? Or
I just said I wasn't pregnant. I didn't like say anything to her. I just said I wasn't pregnant, and we went on and stuff.
and you had told me that you had a roommate say something to you about a week ago.
It wasn't my roommate, but it was a housemate.
Okay, housemate. You said you had a housemate say something to you a week ago.
Yeah, around a week ago.
Now, is this the same person that was involved in the rumor? Or?
No.
And okay, what did your housemate say a week ago to you? She said something to you as well.
Yeah, like this is like when we talked about the texting that you might see. It was just like there's rumors going around that you're pregnant. She said, "Are you?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Well, if you are, like I'm here, like we can like you can talk."
Now, why didn't you want anyone to know that you were pregnant?
I didn't exactly know I was pregnant.
You didn't know you were pregnant. Now, you were showing.
I mean, I gained weight. I mean, not an excessive amount, but
When did you stop having a period?
sometime after August, but I was still like spotting like throughout.
And what did you think about that?
Like
Like not having a period and just
as
spotting?
frequently.
Yes.
Really just didn't take it into consideration. Didn't really.
Well, let's move up to excuse me, yesterday morning.
Okay.
What was going on before?
I just felt like an uncomfortable pain. Is that like what you want? I got like.
Is that what you had, was an uncomfortable pain?
Yeah, it wasn't anything like severe. It wasn't like I didn't think anything of it. And then
Where was it at?
where was that?
Yeah.
My bedroom, like in my bed. Just
No, I mean, where was the pain at on you?
oh, just like stomach area, like nothing like it wasn't lower or anything. It was just like my stomach. And then I like thought I had the stomach bug because then I went to the bathroom and I kept like I pooped a lot. And like the stomach flu's been going around, and like one of my housemates had it, so I was like, well, maybe that's just what it is.
This absurd reasoning becomes the first major fault in Emily's story. The detective isn't hearing this "I wasn't pregnant" claim for the first time. For months, her fellow sorority sisters living under the same roof had been asking whether she was pregnant. Rumors had spread through the sorority house. Friends had approached her directly, and one housemate had even offered support if she needed someone to talk to. But each time, Emily gave the same answer: she wasn't pregnant. And then there's another detail Emily leaves out here. Months earlier, a pregnancy test at the University Health Center had come back positive. Staff repeatedly tried to follow up with her through calls, texts, and even a certified letter, but she ignored every one of them. So before detectives ever get to what happened in that bathroom, they're already trying to answer a simple question. Was this really a surprise pregnancy, or had Emily spent months pretending it wasn't there?
Then what did you do?
And then I got some paper towels and was patting myself and cleaning, trying to stop some of I figured putting pressure would stop some of the bleeding and stuff. So then I was trying to make sure I didn't bleed excessively. So then once that finally calmed down, then I went and got the knife and the trash bag. So then I kept putting pressure on it. And then I would sit down. I sat down because I was well, maybe if I'm not standing and it was all just flowing out. You know what I mean? If I was just sit. And then after I tried to stop some of the war bleeding, I tried to check on it, and it was just it really wasn't doing anything. I realized it wasn't breathing or moving or anything.
Now, how did you realize that?
It wasn't moving, its chest wasn't moving, it wasn't making any noises.
At this point, Emily is building the central defense she would stick with throughout the case, that the birth caught her completely by surprise. The death happened on its own, and everything that followed was the result of confusion and panic. But the investigators would eventually uncover a long trail of evidence pointing the other way, as the autopsy report would reveal that the victim could have been saved, even if Emily was unaware of her condition. And even beyond the pregnancy itself, her actions after the birth raised difficult questions. Instead of calling for help, alerting a roommate, or dialing 911, she cleaned the bathroom, tampered with the evidence, and ultimately left the newborn in a trash bag outside the house.
Why didn't you call 911?
I probably should have, but I just didn't.
Okay.
I feel there was anything left to do.
Okay, and I realize that, but I want you to give me more of a specific answer on why you didn't call 911. Well, there was a reason why you didn't.
Your stuff's gone. Maybe.
Well, let me tell you this, and I'm sure you've heard of these stories.
They could have resuscitated.
Well, somebody's having and they call 911, and they're I need help. Why didn't you do that? Is it because that you didn't want anyone to know?
Probably. Yeah.
You're not okay, because I need to hear this from you. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
I
realize this is uncomfortable, but we need to.
Yeah. That's probably the main reason.
Okay, and the main reason is why? Why didn't you call?
Because I didn't want people to be more distracted. So they're and at that point, there was just.
You did not want anyone to know that you were pregnant.
I didn't know.
Is that true? that you did not want anyone to know that you were pregnant?
I mean, I didn't know I was pregnant myself.
Well, Emily, I don't want you lying to me because I think that you knew you were pregnant. So just let me tell you, just then, like I've told you all along, just be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't have like any like symptoms, like I said before, like besides having gained a little bit of weight, but not as significant where I had to go buy like new clothes or anything.
But you suspected you were pregnant.
I mean, it crossed my mind, but I didn't.
Okay, and that's what you said last night. You said it crossed your mind, and I said, how did it cross your mind? And you said what? Do you remember? You told me because you gained weight.
A little bit, but nothing significant.
And you had stopped having a period, even though you were spotting. So you suspected you were pregnant. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't believe that you went into the bathroom and had it, and it was a complete surprise. That's not true, is it?
What?
That when you went to the bathroom and had this, like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I was pregnant. I mean, that's unrealistic.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect I was gonna have a kid right there.
Where did you think you were going to have her?
What?
Where do you think you were going to have her?
I mean, I didn't think I was gonna have her. I had pain, but I didn't think maybe in my mind, it was just like I literally convinced myself that I wasn't.
Have you looked anything up on the computer in reference to how?
Yes.
Why?
Just because I was trying to find like warning, like things that would like, you know what I mean, like describe like, or like tell me like what you're like, if you are pregnant, how was it supposed to, like what the changes are you supposed to do and stuff, because I really didn't have any besides gaining a little weight.
Emily, let me tell you this. Of course, you know this is being recorded.
Yeah.
And I just want to tell you, I realize this is very, very difficult. And the last thing you want to probably be doing is talking about it. But I just want you to be honest. Okay?
Yeah.
Have you looked up things on your computer, on the internet, in reference to concealing a pregnancy?
Let's conceal.
To hide that you were pregnant?
No.
The pills that were found in your room, what were they called?
It's like black, starting to see.
Is it black cohosh?
Yeah.
Are those pills to induce an urge or to a pregnancy?
I mean, I think there's like options, but I haven't taken them before.
Okay, so those pills do that.
Yes.
Confronted with direct evidence about her search history and pills possession, Emily is now admitting that the possibility of being pregnant had crossed her mind, which is a direct contradiction to her previous claim of not being aware about it at all. But there's an even darker layer to her story. According to multiple witnesses from the sorority facility, Emily was actively drinking heavily, smoking marijuana, playing contact sports, and taking large quantities of black cohosh during this period. So by this stage of the interview, the detective isn't trying to prove a murder, but rather forcing Emily to choose between two stories, and with every answer, she's moving further away from the one she started with.
You know this is being recorded.
Mm-hmm.
You know people are going to see this.
Yeah.
They're going to want to see you being honest.
Yeah.
So we're going to get back to what I said, and I don't want to beat you up about this, but you knew that you were pregnant, right or wrong?
I mean, for sure, for a complete fact, no. I did not know completely, absolutely, positively. In a way, did it cross my mind? Yes. But for a absolute fact.
If you are looking this stuff up on the internet,
I was just looking for like symptoms to like clarify.
did you ever go to a doctor?
No,
Why?
because I don't have insurance.
You could have went to the hospital.
You should have insurance.
You could have stuck them with the bill. So
It was stuck on the bill.
So you did not go to the doctor because you don't have insurance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that, Emily.
I swear. I mean, if I can't afford it, I mean, I don't even have my tuition paid off.
Let's get back to your apartment yesterday. You set her outside. Then what do you do?
I went and I laid on the couch closest to the
Okay. What time would you estimate this was?
between 7 and 8.
What time would you estimate that you had her when you went to the bathroom when she came out? What time do you think that was? Around 7 a.m.? How long did that whole process last?
Yes.
An hour?
I mean, if I guess, like, with the cleaning up and everything, like the birth, like, wasn't long. I mean, I feel like, yeah, so let's just go with.
Okay, an hour. So it's going to be 8 o'clock-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And what do?
What do you mean by it?
You set her out. It's about 8 o'clock now. What do you do?
I went and I laid on the couch.
Okay, and how long were you on the couch?
For a good while. Like, I don't really, like, I was dozing in and out. Like, I was, like, really tired, so.
So you slept for a while.
Not for, I feel like, you know how, like, you doze off and you, like, wake back up? So, like, I would doze off, and then I would go in the bathroom, and then I would, like, because, like, I kept putting, like, paper towels between my legs, so I would try to, like, go and, like, clean those up, and then, like, then I would lay back down, and then I'd go back in the bathroom, and then I would doze off. So, I mean, I guess I'd be around maybe, like, 2 hours, but it was just, like, periodically going to the bathroom. I remember dozing off at one point, but I feel like it wasn't for very long.
At some point, you go upstairs. Go to
Yeah,
bed.
about, I'm gonna say around 11.
Okay. And what do you do when you go upstairs and go to bed?
I just went up, and then I was using paper towels, but then I put underwear on, and I got some pads, which like I feel like because like they have more applied pressure, like since the underwear were like more tight and it wasn't because I didn't have any underwear on before. I just had baggy sweatpants, so like I feel like the underwear applied more pressure with pad. So after that, I went and I laid in my bed, and then I got a pillow and like put it like by my like feet, so like I was kind of like toted, like my legs were like above my chest, and then I set an alarm just in case, like, because I was like didn't know if I was gonna like fall asleep and not wake up due to like blood loss, because I didn't know like.
Emily once again skips the one detail that the detective is looking for. According to her phone history, after cleaning the scene and disposing of the evidence, Emily went on to message a man named Logan Roberts, who she believed was the father, with the chilling update about the job being done. Unaware that the detective already knows about the messages, Emily sticks confidently to her version of events, but with every new detail she provides, she only digs herself in deeper.
After I showered, I got on the computer. I started typing. I had a presentation due today, so I started like doing it, and I didn't look anything up about the situation on the computer. So I still can look that up, but I didn't look anything up on the computer. I just did my presentation, and then that's when fire department showed up and came upstairs and asked if I was okay, if I felt fine. I said yes, and then that's when everyone, like the police department, whoever, came up. Like,
And what did you tell them?
what? I just said I was fine.
Did you say like, I don't know what you're talking about?
No, I just said I feel fine. I'm fine. And so they just like looked at me and like. Then they said okay, and then they left.
Did you tell them that you had?
No.
Why?
What?
Why?
Because I said I just felt fine. I didn't think it was necessary to say.
Why didn't you think it was necessary to say?
Because I felt fine. And that's when they like came and they separated everyone. And then they were like, well, you have to stay. Well, then one of my housemates were like, okay, they said for you to stay upstairs. But then the guy said, why are you still up here? And I said, because my housemate said that they just wanted everyone but me. So then they came out.
If any of that's not true, what you told me, I need to hear that from you, because it's going to look much better on you if we hear it from you rather than hear it from the doctor.
Yeah. I mean, if I was going to intentionally, I mean, I would have like not put its head up and just let it drown. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I intentionally inflicted harm on my kids.
You did. Did you try and keep her alive?
I didn't do anything to keep her alive.
Why?
Because I was more concerned about my health. Like I feel like I could have like wiped like the face off or something, but I just didn't do anything. More concerned about myself.
Do you have anything that you would like to add to this? Would you like anybody to know anything? Can you sum this up with how you feel about this?
I wish it could be like rewound the situation, I guess.
Can you speak up just a little bit?
I
I'm
just
sorry.
wish it was like you could go back and I could have like called 911, but I didn't. So, or told someone, or
At the end, Emily remained fixated on the idea that the pregnancy had caught her by surprise, and that everything which followed was simply unintentional. However, her absolute disregard for the newborn throughout the interview didn't help her at all. Her demeanor, combined with the mounting evidence against her, made a pretty solid case for the prosecution. In July 2015, Emile Weaver was indicted on charges including aggravated murder, tampering with evidence, and abuse. After going over the evidence and hearing the witness testimonies, the jury deliberated for just over an hour before finding her guilty on all counts. A judge initially sentenced Emily to life in prison without the possibility of parole, but in 2023, following years of appeals, her sentence was modified to life with the possibility of parole after 20 years. Our thoughts and prayers remain with Addison Grace Weaver, who deserved the chance to live a full and healthy life, a chance that was tragically taken from her by her own mother. Thanks for watching. 80% of everyone watching isn't subscribed. If this is the kind of content you stick around for, subscribing helps us keep making exactly this. It's free and it goes a long way. If you'd love to watch more videos just like this, check out one of our best cases right here, or our latest upload right here.